Traders, it's your boy Marv, the man, the myth, the professor, back at you once again with another day trading recap, and it was a good day. I made money today. I was disappointed in my execution today. That it could have been more, and that's what bothered me. Yeah, it's not that I needed more, but I pride myself on executing. And I just had some that wasn't my fault, but later I think it kind of impacted me, and I was just kind of off my game. But I still walked out of here with some money. Don't get me twisted, but it was. Hey Malik, I'm making a video. Can we talk after? Okay, thank you. Kids. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and go through let's look at the market. Let's do what we do. And here is a look, my friend, at the Dow, and it's doing a little bit of a pivot. We don't know how low this pivot's gonna go. It can come here, it can stop right there. We don't know. But it is pivoting a tad bit, and I know they're trying to say that we're officially in a recession, and here comes the Fed. The Fed said they're going to hold rates, I think, until 2022. So at the end of the day, man, this is where it's at, and so we just got to deal with what we got, okay? And then there is the SPY, which should look the same, as we know. So it's had a little bit of a pullback day. Which, think about it, look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green days in a row. Even though some of these were small, you got to get some red in there, man. It can't, remember I told you yesterday, it can't just go up forever. Can't just go up forever. So what, my friends, did I trade today? Okay, so the first stock is extremely disappointing, and this is what threw me off my game a little bit. I'm going to share with you my screen, and we are looking at DPW. So here's what happened. I love this stock pre-market, and I love this stock pre-market because it had the most legit news. It had a contract agreement. Whenever you get legit contract agreements that you can go back and you can find evidence of, they're usually going to be good. You know, that's one that you want to buy that day if the opportunity presents itself. You guys know I don't chase anything. I buy everything on a dip. So here's what happened. I have my line right here at 430. So I put I put an order in at 430. Okay. I get executed at 430. So I'm like putting my numbers in because I like immediately go back. And here was what my game plan was. I was not thinking of holding for 10% on this one. My game plan was when this got to 525, I was going to go bar by bar on a 3-minute time frame from that point. Which means if I got in at 430, okay, that means 43 cents it moves. That's 10%, right? So from 430 to 473 is already 10%. From 473 to 520 is almost just shy of another 10%. So I was going to bar by bar from there. Okay. Problem is I get in to this one and another one at the same time. Not an issue yet. I go to look at my portfolio, and it says that I'm down $6 grand. What? What you mean I'm down $6 grand? I'm gonna go ahead and look at you. I'm gonna go ahead and look at you when I say this. So I'm like, what you mean I'm down $6 grand? This don't make no sense. So what I did is I was like, wait a minute, this don't make sense. So I panicked out. So I just marketed out of my order, both of the orders. That we're both winning, by the way, because I'm like, well, how the hell? So now I'm in investigation mode. Okay, so I go and look at my executed orders, and I'm seeing that both tried. I got them where I wanted them. I didn't understand. So the problem was because it got triggered so early, it was giving me yesterday's price. It wasn't giving me yesterday's price, but it was reading it as yesterday's price, which was like whatever it was, which would have made me down $5 grand. So the lesson in this is whenever the numbers don't look right, always first look at your executed orders before you cancel a position that's winning that end up going to $6 and you got in at 430. Man, God, that bothered me. That bothered me because I was there, I wanted it, I was ready. Anyhow, that's what happened with my DPW trade. So I ended up getting in at 430 and out at 440. on stock that I didn't plan on getting rid of to a minimum of 520. Hey, but here's the deal, such is life. So I could have let that crater my morning, or I could move on. And so what I did is I said, okay, well, hell, all right, let's keep going. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. The next stock that I traded, let me make sure that I didn't trade this elsewhere. Did I trade this again? The next stock that I was trading after, I'll get to the TEUM as well, because that was the one that triggered at the same time, but I'm just going in order that I wrote them up. Chris, C-R-I-S is what I was trading. And let's go ahead and look at this. And so here was my deal. You know, I wasn't sure on the news, but I knew that I would be willing to buy it at 192 because of this pre-market pivot. Okay, and that was the clear as day buy. All right, what did it do? Well, it kind of went off, shot up a little bit, came right back down to what? 192. Look what it did thereafter. Pew, off to the races. It broke out from the intraday high. Man, this thing went running and it pivoted and it went running some more. Okay, but it couldn't do that couldn't make that third move. Okay, so yeah, man, I was able to eat off of this one. I'm happy about that. That was a very good win. This is it on the 3-minute time frame. Oops, this is it on the 3-minute time frame. I just like to keep those in there. But look, boom, it came in, doom, shot. Bye-bye. Gone and off to the races, gone with the win, whatever you want to call it. H-gate, donate, out the gate, all of those terms that we use in football to say that somebody about to score a touchdown. Okay, that's what happened. All right, the next stock that I traded later in the day was GNUS. And GNUS, this one was moving. I wanted it at 450. I was hoping earlier in the morning it would have dropped down here and bounced. That would have been beautiful, but it didn't. But later in the day, oh, here's what I did today, y'all. Here's what I did. Let me look at you when I'm talking to you. Here's what I did. I said, okay, today I'm going to switch my format up. I'm going to trade from 6:30 to 9, okay, West Pacific Standard Time. And then I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to go do stuff with my kids. I did school. I took them outside. We had an hour play for recess and all that kind of stuff. Then I came back in, and I came in from 11 to 12, just 11 to 12. Okay, so from 6:30 to 9, 2-hour break, 11 to 12. That's going to be my new format. And I was happy about that because I ended up catching this. Let's go ahead and go back to the screen. I ended up catching GNUS right here. Look, it came on down right to 450. It pulled deeper down to like 442 or something like that. You had to sit through. You had to have a little resolve. Okay, but if you're looking for 3 to 5% on this, 5% of 450 is something like 24, 23, 24 cents, something like that. So all you need is the 70s, and as you can see, look, it got to the 80s, and it did it, man. So you know, you get another one that I was happy to catch late. The last stock that we're going to talk about that I traded is TEUM. Okay, go ahead and share my screen. And TEUM, okay, this is the one that I was in simultaneously with DPW, and I was mad because I had this one mapped out perfect. Man, this was the perfect play. Okay, so here's the deal. I seen that initially I wanted it right here at 109. Excuse me, right here at 109. But at the open, it was too weak. It was too close, so I couldn't take it at 109 unless it would have bounced up here and then came back, and I would have took it there. Okay, so I said, okay, well, second buy is where? 101. So I put an order in at 101. Now it looks like it pulled deeper, but let me show you on the 3-minute time frame. Okay, here it is. It came right in, and it bounced, and it went down, and then, man, I just tell you what, this thing, it was all over the place. But it did exactly what we needed it to do, and it did it quick, man. And I got out of this thing. If I got executed at 101, I think my execution out was like 105, and I did that again because I didn't know what the heck was going on. My account was showing down $6,000, and I know I didn't do anything wrong. And it took it 10 minutes. So I refresh, getting ready to call them, and then all of a sudden it shows my money back, and I'm like, you mother suckers. So you know, all I'm trying to tell you is these things happen. You just got to be able to adjust. You know, don't panic. I think I panicked a little bit and just exited out. I don't have a problem with exiting out, and because I'd rather just cut it, figure out what's going on, and investigate. But in future reference, what I will do in a scenario like that is I will double check my execution prices and orders to make sure that did I misorder this, or are they just, and when these things happen, this is experience. You just jot that down and you keep that in the mind for later. And if you ever experience it again, you kind of know what to do. This was the first time I've ever seen something like that, so I was kind of like, what is going on? So such is life. But all right, y'all. I hope y'all had a good day. At the end of the day, I won on all of the trades. DPW just got cut short, and TEUM got cut short, but I hit very well on GNUS later in the day. And so it still all end up working out. Oh, and Chris. See, I'm forgetting. See, they just rolling all in, man. It's all good. All right, y'all, man. I'm gonna get at y'all the next time. I'll see you tomorrow, man. It's been a good week. We're just gonna keep the ball rolling. And we ain't doing nothing new and nothing different. We just doing the same old thing very well. Out.